Tonight, lest we forget, tonight a special look at local ANZAC commemorations. From the sombre dawn services to the cheers and applause of the town marches.
Forest.
Good evening. Communities across the Riverina and southwest slopes woke before the sun to remember the thousands who gave their lives in the name of freedom. Tonight, our extensive ANZAC Day coverage includes commemorations in local towns, big and small, and begins with dawn services across Wagga.
The dawn service at Kapuka. It's here where our newest recruits stand in the dark to remember those fallen before them. Later in the morning, Wagga locals gathered at the War Cemetery. It's here a new generation learns about the meaning of sacrifice, courage and mateship.
But after joining the AAFC, we were taught in the very earliest stages of our recruit training that our servicemen and women deserved all the respect we could give.
Australian men and women have died to preserve our way of life in war and in peacekeeping missions around the globe.
They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them, lest we forget.
Wagga's ANZAC Day March had special significance for the Edmonds family. Father, son and grandson are all returned servicemen and marched down Baylor Street together.
Harry Edmonds marches down Baylor Street with his son Pat and grandson Ryan, and he couldn't be more proud.
Look, seeing the crowd here today, the amount that's here, Australia's in good hands. They're all coming out to watch, and they'll carry on the tradition, I'm sure.
Harry joined the Army more than 60 years ago. That blue ribbon's a personal thank you from the US President.
Joined the Army in the 40s. I was posted to Japan in the occupation force. From there I went across to Korea, served there for approximately 12 months and then came home.
Service runs in this family's blood. Harry's son Pat served in Namibia and East Timor, and grandson Ryan just got back from Afghanistan.
Afghanistan's coming up to wraps. There's a lot more people remembering the guys that have made their sacrifice over there, as well as the guys from ANZAC as well.
There was another reunion of sorts. RAAF's number 31 squadron was disbanded when the war ended, but now they're back. It's brought joy to 90-year-old squadron member Reg Bowden.
That means a lot to us, because once you're disbanded and you go into history, but now we're alive.
It's a day to remember the fallen, but a day to share with those who came home too. Dante Chekon, Prime 7 News.
One of the most pleasing aspects of Wagga's March was the high proportion of children and teenagers. Veterans and their families are proud of just how many children understand why the day is so important.
There's about 10,000 people here watching the march and pay tribute to our fallen soldiers. Of particular note, all the children involved. Today's all about family, retelling the story to their children and keeping that ANZAC tradition alive.
I'd be the most disappointed in the world if it wasn't kept up. Australia needs that, and they're showing it.
There wasn't much room along Baylor Street this morning. Thousands lined the streets to say thanks to those who served, many of them children who lay wreaths here. It doesn't look like that ANZAC spirit's going anywhere.
I marched today on behalf of my grandfather, who was a rat of Tobruk, and yeah, these are his medals.
And to show respect to those who fought for us and done it tough and made it and survived, and those who didn't, we think of them on this day.
To watch a pop march.
From generation to generation, everyone joined in. It's pleasing to the older generation, like Dorothy Seeney, who marched every year with her father until he died 7 years ago.
And he would have been here today if he'd been alive. He would have been 95. Very proud to be an ANZAC.
They would all be proud to see this support. Dante Chekon, Prime 7 News.
Absolutely. Thanks, Maddie. And thank you for joining us. Now, Prime 7 News at 6:30 with Daniel Gibson.
proud onlookers crowded the streets waving to veterans as the 2014 march was underway. This veteran, who served for 31 years with the RAF, marched with his 2 grandsons beside him.
I'm marching with my grandchildren, both named Randall, Luke and Peter. Luke is in the Air Force, Peter is in the Army. It's a great day. It honours all our fallen diggers.
Everyone had a story to tell, including this digger who served in the Middle East and was a prisoner of war in Germany.
Rather thrilled that the younger population are becoming involved.
This family of 3 generations marched side by side.
I felt so proud marching down the street with them. You know, it's something that doesn't happen every day. And to have the 3 generations marching together, it's something special.
His grandson followed in his footsteps, serving twice in Afghanistan.
I joined the army after listening to all his stories. My uncle was coming down as well, and then I decided I'd come down, and I thought there'd be nothing better than having 3 generations marching down together.
The crowd made their way to the cenotaph and gathered for the last post, followed by a minute's silence.
Thanks to our servicemen, thank you all and welcome home.
The annual tradition has a special meaning for those who call Australia home, and it's clear that the ANZAC spirit remains alive in younger generations.
To celebrate ANZAC Day because it's such a special day to all the people who have died.
Those who gave the ultimate sacrifice will be remembered. Jessica Evans, Win News.